Hi, welcome out to the Unscheduled podcast. I'm your host, Zach, along with my amazing co-host.
Oh yeah, that's me, Javi.
And then Javi, he's back, the man, the myth, the Danchez. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our friend Dan, who's back on the podcast.
Oh, okay. I did a high-pitched hello and you did not hear it initially.
No.
I
There.
was like, hello! You know, something like that.
Oh my God.
Make, hey, I'm bringing the funny. Hi, yes, I'm Dan.
Dan is back, guys.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
so, we're actually going to be giving... So today, Javi and I were talking about this, and you could have seen the live stream we had last week on this, but we're breaking down our honest thoughts on the Nintendo Direct.
Hell yeah.
So, we were like, who else can we think of who's just as into games as we are and would love to talk about this? And then we're like, Dan! Let's get Dan!
It's gotta be Dan. Yeah.
It's gotta be Dan. It's gotta be. It just has to be, man.
Yeah. So, here we go. We're going to break down, how we're going to do this is we are going to look at every single game that was announced in order. And then after that, we are going to give... Each one of us is going to give our overall rating of the Direct.
Yep.
So, I guess we'll just start. Let's just start, guys, because, okay. Obviously, the biggest and first thing that Nintendo did in this Direct, we had the newest Smash character reveal.
Yeah, no. Again, Nintendo's starting very strong with a Smash reveal, which we've seen. That's been a pretty that's something that we saw also with the Game Awards as well.
Yeah.
With them revealing Sephiroth right off.
That one did surprise me, because even with the Game Awards back in 2018, it took them a while for them to actually reveal Joker. But with this virtual Game Award, Sephiroth was like right at the start. I was like, all right, I guess there's not really a reason to watch it anymore,
Oh,
we already
man.
got our guy.
Don't tell me about it. I was going on a little tangent. I was doing that live reaction of the Game Awards, and I saw Sephiroth. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome! This is gonna be such a great react." And I was like, 3 hours in, I was like, "Oh fuck! I really wish I didn't watch this."
You're like, yeah, Last of Us 2. Am I right?
Your chat was keeping you going at that point, dude.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I really appreciate my chat for that, because like I told this to Zach after the stream. If it hadn't been for the fact that I was reacting to it, I probably would have dipped like an hour into it.
No kidding.
I would not stayed around for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the TLDR is just Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, no, basically.
Yeah.
But, no, hold on. TLDR of that is Last of Us Part 2, Among Us, and No Man's Sky. There we go.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
kind of getting back to the Direct.
Yeah, back to the topic at hand. So, I mean, props to Javi. He called it. He called it.
Yeah, I did say Rex. I did not actually expect, because my vision for a Rex fighter was that Mifra would be alongside her and she would like turn into a weapon. That's what I was thinking. But no, like she would actually turn back into her sword form. But like no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they were just saying, okay, let's just do Mifra. And I honestly, or not Mifra, Pyra, but well, they're both of them actually. Now that I think about it, yeah, no, it's both of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we got a character who acts as Zelda originally was in Super Smash Bros. Melee, which is pretty cool because we haven't had that since Brawl.
Yeah.
2 different characters in one. The 2-for-1 deal, essentially.
Oh yeah, because of Zelda and Sheik, right?
Yeah, that's how Zelda and Sheik was for Melee and Brawl, and then they split them in 4. So I mean, it's interesting to see this happen again, because again, like, we've only seen 2 characters ever be like this: that Sheik and Zelda, and Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess Pokemon Trainer technically. Yeah.
So we actually haven't seen, I guess, how do we put this? We haven't seen their full moveset according to Sakurai and Nintendo.
No, we haven't seen
they're
their
still
full
in development.
Moveset. We haven't gotten the whole Sakurai Presents,
Oh,
the Sakurai Direct. We haven't got that yet.
Yeah, we need to tune in for that Sakurai live stream. I'm definitely gonna be watching that.
I'm gonna let you know this. Internet's about to break once the Amiibo gets released.
Nope.
I
He's
am
the
going
cool-
to pre-order that so fast.
Okay, no,
I don't know. I
But
think
the-
the internet might break if they release Shirtless Sephiroth amiibo.
Oh my
Oh
god,
boy.
dude, I
Oh,
would pick
yeah.
up the Sephiroth amiibo, but
That'd be a cool amiibo, yeah. In all
just
honesty.
real quick though, just real quick, are they releasing one amiibo or two amiibos?
Oh, for Pyra?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, because it's both of them. Oh, that's interesting.
so I could see them doing
yeah, that's
both.
a
They
good
could
question.
capitalize on that. They release an
Oh,
amiibo
yeah.
for both of them.
We probably won't know until closer to the end of the year.
Who knows? Like,
That's
it just
true.
depends on when this character comes out. Like, and we still have 2 more to go in terms of Smash characters.
That's true.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I just
Um,
realized we got he showed off the Terry amiibo with the Sephiroth presentation, correct?
Yeah, he showed off all 3.
Oh, so
He
this
showed off
next
Dan.
one, he's probably gonna. They might have a Min Min and Steve amiibo up for us.
Oh yeah, that's
I
true.
would at least
actually.
believe. I would at least believe a Min Min one. I don't know about Steve. I don't know.
I mean, we got a Banjo Kazooie one, so Steve
Yeah.
will be. Well, there's gonna be a Steve
What
amiibo.
I'm saying is, I don't
Will
know.
we
I don't
see
know if
it?
it'll be.
No.
I don't know if it'll be ready by that point because like Min
I
Min
mean-
and Steve were a bit apart, so that's why I say that.
I mean, he's just a bunch of rectangles. They probably got one developed already.
Probably. You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
But overall, I'd say it was Smash. Like, it is exactly what we expect from Smash. A very hype reveal. Regardless of who the character was going to be, it was going to be hype and hated at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. When I saw it, I was like, alright, fine. A Xenoblade character, okay. I don't really care for Xenoblade that much, you know. And ooh, another anime-looking sword fighter character, okay. But then I saw the moveset, and I was like, alright, this is actually kind of cool. I like this character. So, yeah.
Personally, and, you know, I've already said my thoughts on this. Personally, to me, the anime sword fighter blah argument is not valid. Because we have so many Mario and Pokemon characters, too. So it's no longer valid to me.
Well, I don't know. I think Mario and Pokemon really represent Nintendo, though.
I mean, but you could argue that
In
for all the
comparison to
sword
Fire
fighters in
Emblem.
there. Like, it's not,
Oh, yeah,
it's not
Link.
just Fire Emblem. You have Legend of Zelda, Fire Emblem, Kid Icarus, Final Fantasy 7, I guess. Yeah, just Final Fantasy 7.
I mean, yeah, Cloud's
Um,
definitely a sword fighter. I wouldn't call Pit a sword fighter. I don't know. Pit
I
plays
personally
different.
do consider him as more of a brawler, but still, you have so many sword fighters, and they all have unique styles.
They do. They do. Like, I was like, like, when Byleth came out, I was like, alright. But Byleth is way different than other Fire Emblem characters, so I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah. I mean, so is Robin, and then you also have Shulk, who has an entire fucking arsenal, too.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
In
not a valid
reality, it's
argument
not that
to me.
bad. And
Yeah.
I really shouldn't be complaining about anime sword fighters when actually one of my more wanted characters in the game would technically be an anime sword fighter. And that would be Chrono from Chrono Trigger. So, you know,
Which-
I can't complain.
Yeah.
I have no right to complain. If I want Chrono in Smash, I can't complain about the other ones, you know?
There you go,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha.
What about you, Javi?
Personally for me on Pyra, I actually pretty enjoyed this. I will expose myself though. I'm only on like chapter 4 of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so I don't really have as much of a reason to be so invested.
Yeah.
But honestly, I really enjoyed this character. I haven't actually met Rifra yet, so I'm looking forward to getting to that part of the story. But
So-
yeah, no.
So you have a time limit then.
For what?
You need to finish Xenoblade 2 before Pyra Mithra drops. Or Pyra Mithra.
Not really, unless like the spirits are like a major spoiler. I don't think so. 'Cause
I
the
mean,
the
It's
stage,
possible.
I mean, the stage itself isn't really a spoiler or anything like that. And Mifra, you know, like I know who Mifra is. You know,
Gotcha.
I don't
Okay.
really see it as a spoiler.
Okay. Okay, well, I mean...
I
for me,
mean,
it's like,
Sakurai's not Sakurai. Sephiroth's final smash spoils the game.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
true. I forgot
that's
about
fair.
that.
That is
yeah.
actually fair.
Yeah, no, I do remember that during during his like presentation, like Sakura was like, "I'm gonna spoil it because I can't really do it. I can't really
Yeah, no,
talk about
there-
it without spoiling it."
Yeah,
He's
so
like, it's a
literally-
20-year-old game. You should have played it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no-
So
Okay. Can you
Oh,
imagine
man.
how that's gonna look like in the remake, though?
Oh,
Like,
that's gonna look cool.
yeah,
They're gonna
fucking
go
love
all out.
Amazing. Yeah.
But there's probably gonna be like
yeah.
I don't know. They might remake. Do you think that remake's gonna be like 3 parts?
Yeah, it is. They've already confirmed it's going to be 3 parts.
Oh, you gotta wait till like 2025 to get part 3 or something.
Dude, you know what?
least.
I waited.
Sorry.
I waited 5 to like 7 years for part 1. I'm okay waiting for the rest.
Well,
God,
people
yeah.
waited 8 years for Cyberpunk, and look how that turned out.
But hey, ours was a success.
That
Ours
is true.
was-
That
yeah,
is true.
Like,
They should have called the game Cyberpunked because it was like everybody got pranked.
Oh my god.
fair.
I'm sorry. Cyberpunk wasn't part of the direct. Let's
No,
have we
let's
got our
steer away
opinions?
from that.
Have we got our opinions on Smash in this direct?
I was just
out
gonna
of the way?
say. I was just gonna finish it up with like, I'm not a huge Xenoblade fan, but I'm happy for the Xenoblade like community
Mhm.
that they got this representative, because they've only had Shulk, and I've heard so much like, I don't want to say complaint, but outcry of like, there's more than just Shulk. Like, there are a lot more interesting characters outside of
Yeah, I
Shulk.
think
Yeah.
yeah. I think for as much attention as Xenoblade gets, I definitely think a second fighter is warranted. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my
I
opinion.
mean,
on that.
technically you get a 2 and 3 fighters out of it.
That's true, honestly, yeah. I was actually kind of interested in the fact that it's coming out in March. I thought that I don't know why that seemed
Yeah.
like really interesting to me.
Which makes me believe that like maybe Sephiroth and Pyrrha were supposed to be announced together or like very close to each other, but because of COVID, things got announced.
Nintendo's really
different
changing
timeline.
up their schedule because
Yeah.
of COVID.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we got to stretch all this content out so it looks like that we got stuff.
Which also is
Yeah.
smart, honestly. If they can't
Yeah,
make as
I
much, if they can't produce as much as they could before, then just stretch it out.
I mean, they're
and
doing
that-
way
that-
better than 2020. 2020 was pretty stale after Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I would argue for Nintendo, yeah, but that's a discussion we'll
Yeah,
get
I mean,
to
we
near
got
the end.
3DO. Yeah, that's a whole other bag of worms right there,
We'll
bro.
talk about that near the end. Okay, so I think if we're done with like the Smash reveal, which it's hard to knock a Smash reveal. Honestly,
Like,
I would
it's
say
Smash. People get hyped over Smash.
I think
Smash is one of the-
honestly, if I had to say, probably Joker had the weakest Smash reveal, just compared to the ones we've now seen.
Are you sure about that?
Like in terms of the actual video itself, not like,
In
not
terms
like
of
reception.
the actual video.
Yeah, I know.
Reception.
Yeah, reception
What
is a whole different thing. But I'm talking about like the
I was about to say, Joker probably had one of the strongest receptions.
no. Reception, that's undeniable. That Joker has arguably is one of the top. Like, but that's
Yeah.
a whole episode we could do right there on who had the best reception. No, I'm just saying in terms of like his actual announcement, it's probably the weakest out of all of them.
Yeah, I would have liked a little bit more.
There's also the
animation.
fact that Best Buy leaked the fact that he was going to be the next fighter as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so but I mean that's another
Best
character
Buy
we've had
leaked-
at the Game Awards. So yeah, we've had 2
I think-
fighters announced at the Game Awards.
Yeah. Heck,
But,
maybe we'll get Fighter 6 at the Game Awards this December.
5
Dude,
or 6.
I do
wouldn't
not
That'd be
be
a
wanna
while
surprised.
from now.
dude,
Yeah.
I hope that we don't have to wait for Fighter 5 until December.
No, Fighter
I mean,
6.
no, I'm saying like I wouldn't be surprised though if 5 was announced at Game Awards. Like it would not surprise me considering like still COVID and everything.
I guess, yeah.
They got it. I think they got it
Okay.
stretched out. I think we're gonna hear about Fighter 5 in the summer.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Fighter
But,
6 will be sometime in the fall.
Anyway.
That's my guess.
Anyway, moving on.
That's a
on.
Cordovo prediction right there.
Cordovo prediction.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so moving on, we have what I called a while ago. I'm putting my foot down and this is my "I told you so" moment for this direct. I knew
Okay.
Fall Guys was coming to Switch. It was too big not to at this point. Like only Microsoft doesn't have it at this point, as far as
No, they have it now.
Oh, they have it now. Okay.
They announced it the next day after the direct.
Oh, no wonder that went
Wow.
under my radar. No wonder that went under. But yeah, Fall Guys is now completely it's now completely everywhere then.
It's on the
Mine-
big 3.
Minus
Yeah, no.
Stadia.
Oh yeah, how could they forget Stadia? How rude of them.
Wow.
No. Did Stadia forget Fall Guys or did Fall Guys forget Stadia?
I think Google forgot to pay their Stadia developers.
Oh boy. Oh, that's spicy.
Instead they fired
Points.
their
Oh my
butts.
god. Oh my god. Points there. Dude.
Points there. 10 points to Gryffindor for the funny joke. In all honesty,
Oh, yeah.
screw Stadia. Cool concept. Cool concept on paper. In
Eventually
practice,
we're gonna get there.
did not work. Did not work.
Okay.
But
Okay,
yes,
that's a
Fall
whole
Guys
episode
on Switch.
podcast. Yeah, that's a whole
Fall
episode.
Guys on Switch. Fall Guys is a pretty good game. It was very fun to, very popular during the summer.
Yeah.
I think then people started discovering Among Us,
Right,
and then
right,
that took off like like a wildfire, man. That went up. That was,
I think
and then Fall Guys just kind of got ignored. But it's
I wouldn't say
starting
it got
to kind of
ignored.
get some more people back into
Yeah.
it a bit with these season changes that they're doing.
It does. I would say like it still has its pretty good following. Like there are still like whole servers and stuff. Like it has not died out by any means.
Yeah, it's still a great game, and it's really good that they're moving to multiple platforms, because then they'll actually get more people.
Yeah.
They could probably find a way to put it on mobile as well.
Fall Guys?
Yeah,
I don't see it coming to mobile. Not
Fortnite's
with how
on
many-
mobile. I can see Fall Guys doing it.
Honestly, when you put it like that, I can kind of see it actually.
Well, but it's a smaller studio and like
That is
team
true,
as
yeah.
opposed to Fortnite, who has literally just entire company invest in Fortnite.
Actually,
yeah.
I don't think Fortnite's on mobile anymore. I just realized that because they got in trouble.
Well,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
whole
Apple Store.
Yeah, that's the Apple
Yeah,
Store.
that's
No,
Apple.
Google also took it down.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
really?
because Google was like, if they're doing this to Apple, they'll do it to us too.
Oh,
I don't know if
shit.
that ever ended. I don't know if that fight ever ended, but it's still. I don't know if it's still going on or not.
Well,
I just know
I
it
mean,
kind of.
no, they're still in court, and they actually brought
Anyway,
Valve into it now.
Okay, enough fork knife. I don't care for it. I don't.
Ryu
care for
and
it.
Fortnite.
Don't you dare bring that up. Don't you
Javi
dare
sent me a
bring that
video
up
of-
in here.
Javi sent me a video of Ryu doing Gangnam Style, and I laughed.
Yeah.
No, don't you dare bring that in
Hey!
here. No, I will end this
Wait,
podcast
wait,
right now.
no.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
We could get DMCA'd.
No.
Yeah. What, for me
Oh my
singing?
god. We've already had enough. We've already had enough quote unquote partially blocked videos. We don't need
I
more.
mean, did you guys play the actual music though?
Yeah.
I'm just saying the lyrics. No, that's
No,
you're
no.
not gonna happen.
Don't worry about it. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
You
Fall Guys
mentioned
anyway.
Gangnam. Yes.
Anyway, Fall Guys is really good. I'm very happy it's there. I definitely know a lot of like Nintendo only streamers will be happy to finally be able to like stream it. I
Yeah.
personally
I mean,
believe the
people
console
that-
version. I 100% believe the console version is better than the PC version.
Well, yeah, because you have a controller.
Well, not only that, like, because you can hook up a controller to your PC, but it's also
Yeah.
just the fact that you're not locked into one. You're not locked into just only playing Fall Guys, because that's the problem I have on PC.
What do you mean? How are you not locked into playing? How are you
For me-
locked in?
Okay, so like how you
I'm
can
confused.
change screens and stuff usually when you're playing a game. Like you can move your mouse. Like I have a dual screen setup. I've talked about
Like
this before.
when you minimize a window, yeah.
Yeah, you can't minimize Fall Guys, and you can't take the mouse out of it unless you do like either the Microsoft key or like the Shift Alt thing.
You do Windows D, and that takes you back to the desktop.
Yeah, but you can't do that naturally. Like with other games I've been able to play, I can hop out no problem.
It's probably a setting. Well, it's also a multiplayer.
No, it's not
only
a setting. It's not a setting. That's the thing. Like even when I'm playing Among Us, I can still move my mouse off of that. But again, this is a whole different discussion. That's not what we're here for. Not what we're here for. All right. Okay. Next game we're moving on to The Outer Wilds. It was cool. Like, I didn't really have
seems
much
like a
thoughts
cool
on it.
concept. Is it a game I would get? No.
Probably not. No, I'm gonna be honest
But
with you. I'm
it
not
looks
gonna
cool.
buy that.
Looks like a great game.
I think if I would get this game, I'd get it on PS4 or PC.
Not
Because-
Switch, because the Switch graphics they won't be that good.
It downgrades it, and I mean, again, Switch has the advantage of like portability, but
Yeah.
I
I haven't been using my Switch that much portable in
I mean,
in handheld mode.
No one's going anywhere. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, it's like I've heard the Outer Wilds is a really good game, but
Oh yeah,
coming to Switch does nothing for me.
it looks cool.
It's-
Blasting off to other planets, like Team Rocket style. It looks
Oh my
fun.
God.
It looks like a cool concept.
God, speaking of,
I mean, it's just a
man.
game.
All right,
It's
what's
just-
next? We got the Famicom Detective Club.
This I'm actually interested in. I'm
Yeah,
very
I'm-
interested.
What
Yeah.
is Famicom Detective Club? Because they're apparently cult classics.
So this is a really old game series, as last I checked into it. Like this is an old game
Really?
series from like the
Like,
90s, if I remember
so
correctly.
were they actually on the Famicom or the Super Famicom?
I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure, but I think to last I checked they were.
No, they were.
Oh wow.
All right,
they're-
let me look it
They
up.
are old games. They are old games. They were released in 1988.
Jesus. Okay, wow. So yeah, it even predates the 90s. Wow. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
very interested in getting these games. However, shout out to
They
our
were-
friend. Yeah, go ahead.
They were for the Family Computer Disk System, which was a like a kind of like cartridge
Yeah, that was the
floppy
Famicom.
disk add-on for the Famicom.
Yeah.
So you had to get the add-on and then get these games.
Yeah, that's
Huh.
how a lot of Nintendo's consoles and stuff
Looks
used
like
to be.
there were 4 of them. Oh no, disc 1 and 2. Oh, okay. So yeah, there
But,
were 2 games. I think.
My point is though, like this is a really cool looking series and game, and the fact that like it got brought to modern day, the art looks amazing. Like just
yeah,
from the little
I-
we saw.
It looks like a more. It looks like a cleaner style Ace Attorney game.
I love the visual novel style. I really love
Yeah,
it so
yeah.
much. Yeah, no, I really enjoy that kind of storytelling, visual. It's really nice, and like I also really enjoy kind of like I love mysteries and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
finding
yeah.
about these things. So honestly, this is pretty intriguing to me. I thought what was interesting to me is that like these are actually 2 games. I didn't realize
Yeah,
at the beginning that it's a duology. So I'm really interested to see. I think they're being sold separately, but they also have like a special like duo package kind of like deal that you're gonna be having.
Yeah, because Japan
If I'm not
got it.
mistaken.
So yeah, so I was gonna say this. Shout out to our friend Abby14 Winky Face. So we were talking about this because we talked post direct because she's everything Nintendo.
Yeah.
And she was talking about this, and she's like, she wants to pick it up, but she's gonna wait until there's a bundle deal because why pay for 2 separate games when you can just get a bundle deal plus more that usually comes in a bundle?
Yeah, true. That's also true.
So
So
we
wait,
can
they're
get the
selling them
bundle.
separately?
Yeah, right now they're being sold separately.
Well,
Or
they're
they will
going
arrive.
to.
They will arrive separately on May 14th.
Oh,
And then-
that's I don't like that.
But
They
then
put
in
'em
Japan,
together.
according to her, like what she told me, I haven't really verified this. In Japan, they actually they sold it as a bundle. So she's assuming they're going to do the same over here.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
I mean, the Switch isn't region locked, so
Well, no,
she
but
just
the
has to have a
games and bundles
Japanese-
can be.
you need a Japanese eShop account though.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like if they're gonna do it, if we might as well just wait for them to like release a bundle out over here, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. For all you
I-
visual novel people.
With the exception of like certain game franchises, I am in no rush to be buying any of these games. To be honest with you, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
agree.
I don't mind waiting for a bundle.
I agree. Okay, so this, even though this was very short, I was very happy to see it because
Oh yeah.
it's one of those games you don't know you want until you see it.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Like, think about it. They are remaking a 30-year-old game.
Yeah,
And it looks great.
yeah,
It's cool.
They're no.
That's
Okay,
cool.
let's just address the fact real quick. Nintendo's not reporting this; they're remaking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So I find that awesome, honestly, that Nintendo's actually giving this series some love, which is very rare considering how niche of a series this seems to be.
Yeah. I genuinely like I would say like I'm a little more casual. I'd say I'm a little bit more invested in gaming and stuff like that. But like I've never. Did you hear about this game before it came out during the direct at all?
I
Like
don't
I've
think I
never
have,
heard
no.
this game.
No.
I never
Yeah,
heard of
no.
it either.
Yeah.
Honestly, which is really interesting. And then for them to bring it back, honestly, like I guess that's like part of the deal of like a remake is that like it's gonna get so much more attention now because of it being remastered and all that. So
yeah, and this is a 30-year-old game. Like, this isn't something that was like Nintendo's been very open to like remake stuff that people love. But a niche series, I mean, unless this is very popular over in Japan, which it might be. It might be that, and we're not aware of it because we live over here. Then it's very interesting that they remastered a niche series. So I'm hoping this gives more room and light for Nintendo to do more.
Yeah, honestly, because we said multiple times, if they just remake games, people are just gonna buy them. like
That's
they're gonna
instant
sell.
Money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what happens, people are going to buy it. Okay, but following this up, I know nothing about this game. This is Samurai Warriors 5. Calling that up.
I honestly don't even remember anything about this.
I'm just like, okay.
That was the one anime sword fighter game that everyone thought it was going to be different games at the same time when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
It's from the Warrior series, so I'm assuming it's the same creator as Dynasty Warriors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It looks nice visually. That's all.
Yeah,
I can
it looks
really say
good.
about it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Just play Persona 5 Strikers, which came out today.
Yeah, yes, it did.
At the time of this recording,
your tone.
Oh my god!
You're like, yes.
You know what I'm gonna be doing after
Persona Strikers.
You guys know what I'm doing after this stream, after this recording.
What, you already have it?
No, I'm gonna go pick it up at Best Buy.
Okay. As of the time of this recording, that's what Javi's gonna go do. He's
there you
gonna
go. There's a little timestamp for you for the people in the YouTube that are interested in knowing when this was recorded. Do we have anything more to say about Samurai Warriors? I got nothing. I'm just the game.
I'm not a Warriors fan at all. I can't say.
All right, cool.
For those who are Warriors fans, congrats. But there's nothing here for me.
All right, moving on then.
Yeah.
Legend of Mana. Now this is part of the Mana series.
Yep.
The Mana games are pretty popular. I think they're a little more popular than some other really obscure JRPGs from like Super Nintendo age. But Mana really got its start on the Super Nintendo. I don't know where Legend of Mana falls in, like what console that was originally on.
Yeah.
1999. So it was PlayStation. It was a PS1 game that they're remastering for the Switch. Okay. But yeah, I know there's like Trials of Mana, and then there's Collection of Mana, which has a bunch of Mana games on there. But Secret of Mana, I know, was one of the best Super Nintendo games, on the Super Nintendo console. And I'm always I look at lists of like best Super Nintendo games or whatever. Secret of Mana is like most of the time, usually on that list. Like, it's a really good JRPG.
Yeah.
So is Legend of Mana good? I don't know. It looks like it's a fun game if you're a Mana fan. If not, well, yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean,
that's my opinion.
Last I checked in on this series, I thought this series had like died. Not to say that it was bad or anything. I just thought it wasn't getting any more attention to the point like faded into obscurity.
I'm gonna get passionate. Why is Square Enix doing stuff with the Mana series when they got their beloved Chrono Trigger game, and all that gets is shitty ports to PC and mobile?
Dude,
how dare they not work on my favorite game, Chrono Trigger?
How dare they not work on Chrono Trigger? No, people love Chrono Trigger.
That's a whole episode we could do. That's a whole episode we could do right there.
Yo, yeah, bring me on for the Chrono Trigger episode. I'll speak for an hour and a half about the game. I gotcha. Don't worry.
Oh my
Just
god.
sit back and listen.
Okay. Well,
all right.
mean,
any more to say about Legend of Mana?
You got anything?
I'm not really excited for the game. I will say I really do like the art style. It's pretty appealing to me.
It's a cool art style, yeah.
Yeah, I think the fantasy setting really suits the art style really well. And vice versa. I think they're both really well suited for each other. The gameplay, or like what I saw of it, was pretty interesting. But honestly, like I said, I'm not really in a rush to be buying any games or trying new franchises. So I probably won't be, picking this up, but it does look fun and interesting, and also kind of comforting as well. It kind of looks very like it looks calming in a way, which is really interesting.
I agree. I don't know if I don't think I'll ever pick this up, but for those who got it, enjoy.
Yeah.
For mana lovers, yeah.
Yep.
Good for you. All right, next game, Monster Hunter Rise. Now, I've never played or owned a Monster Hunter game.
Nope, me neither.
This looks awesome.
Awesome. Here's my thing on Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter, you guys know I'm a huge Capcom fanboy.
Yeah,
huge Capcom fanboy. That goes without saying or dispute.
You do be playing the Capcom games.
I'm not someone who gets behind Monster Hunter, and not because that Monster Hunter is bad or anything. Mm-hmm. I just don't care because to me there's such a lack of story, and it's a lot more of just like overworld kind of like. I don't even know what kind of game it is. I get there is
the game you fight monsters. You don't play a monster fighting game for the story. You don't watch a Godzilla Toho movie for the story. You watch to see guys in rubber costumes beat the crap out of each other.
But
that's my comparison.
No. But I'm also a huge Tales fan, and you beat the shit out of monsters and people while also having a great story.
Tales fan?
Yeah. It's an entire series by Bandai Namco. Tales is like Tales of Vesperia, Tales of Zestia, Tales of
Berseria. Tales of Vesperia, yeah.
And that's the most famous one. But my point is, like, you can do that in the Tales games. And, I know it's not a one-to-one comparison. But you can do that and have a great story. But I've heard there is some story for Monster Hunter. I'm not going to deny that, but it's not the amount of story that gets me invested. So, again, it looks like a great game, and props to whoever gets it, but it's just not for me. However, I will say this is definitely one of the games I would say Nintendo's trying to promote the most, considering how much time this took in the Direct.
The fact that they also have a special edition Switch for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that they're not even publishing, not for a game that they haven't even developed themselves.
Honestly, though, that's actually very interesting.
It's
a very good looking too as one. I love the gold.
We've gotten special switches for Pokemon. We've gotten special switches for Animal Crossing and Mario.
Yeah.
But wait, I forgot. There is a Fortnite Switch.
Really?
Yeah, there is. God, why did you have to remind me of that? No more Fortnite.
Yeah, the blue Joy-Con has the battle bus on it.
That's so funny.
No, stop talking about Fortnite. No more Fortnite on this podcast.
Reun Fortnite.
Now, I will end this. I will end this podcast right now.
Do it.
And we're out.
Oh man.
But yeah, so what were your guys' thoughts really on this?
I'm gonna be real with you. I thought that first dragon was Rathalos. It turned out it wasn't. I saw the dragon. I was like, oh yeah, Monster Hunter, and I was like, oh, Rathalos. It wasn't Rathalos, but
Rathalos was in there, or like one of. I think Rathalos was like. Yeah, I thought I saw Rathalos in there.
Oh no, he is in there, but that doesn't mean that he called the right Rathalos dragon.
Oh yeah, I saw one dragon.
One other random flying creature.
And I thought, oh, Rathalos.
Yeah, okay. It's kind of like those mom things where it's like they see a Pokemon and call it a Pikachu.
Do you want to know something? My mom used to call Goku Pikachu sometimes.
What? Excuse me?
That's great.
Yeah,
I love that.
Because she'd watch me and my brother watch, Dragon Ball, and then she'd watch Pokemon. And she honestly she doesn't know the difference between the two, so she'd look at Goku or something like that. She's like, "Oh yeah, Pikachu, right?" I'm like, "No, no,
two very different creatures."
Yeah. God damn.
Oh my gosh, that's great. That's great.
Do we have anything else to say about
like I said, Monster Hunter is definitely going to be one of those promoted games for Nintendo. So I wouldn't be surprised if we hear a little bit more.
It'll be.
Or, I think they had a whole presentation actually after the Direct, didn't they?
Yeah,
after one of the partner directs that they had last year, they had a mini.
No. I mean, like literally, they had. Direct. No. I mean, like they literally had a Monster Hunter thing right after the Nintendo Direct, because I remember saying that during the Direct. Like after this, we'll be having a presentation.
Did they? I don't know. I kind of checked out during the Monster Hunter stuff. Speaking of not checking out, though, hey, the next game, Mario Golf Super Rush.
Okay, Javi, go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Javi.
I will. I'm just gonna say it. I call it. Oh man, dude. Honestly, I was saying before. So on the sort of like pre-show, I guess we'd call it. Before the direct, we were talking about what we thought we would be seeing during the direct, and I said, hey, I think we definitely. I personally would really hope for a new Mario sports games because I'm really into strikers and stuff like that. So I thought to myself, hey, maybe new strikers because we haven't seen one since the Wii. But I also mentioned the fact that Mario Golf hasn't really gotten any attention since the early 2000s. So I thought, hey, maybe we could get that. And lo and behold, we got Mario Golf Super Rush.
You guys can go back to the direct and see how Javi and I lost it at when he called it. He just dead ass called it. I feel like it was a joke when we were saying it, but then just when it appeared.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, man.
You might be a bit wrong about the last Mario Golf game that we got was World Tour, and that was for the 3DS.
Wait,
I think
really?
the last console game we got was like early 2000.
That was Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I was about to say Toadstool Tour for the GameCube.
I have never heard of the 3DS.
No, the Mario Golf games. The Mario Golf games were on the DS for a while. But yeah, no. So you're kind of both right and wrong. So the last console version we had was early 2000s.
Yeah, that was GameCube. We didn't have one for the Wii.
No, we did not.
Not that I remember.
No, that just makes sense. You got motion controls.
I think you want to know probably why, because I think Wii Sports really just dominated in that case. So they didn't even need to throw Mario on everything. Like I've told you,
soccer wasn't in Wii Sports, so that's how they were able to get away with Strikers Charged.
Yeah, like I've told this to Javi before. Throw Mario on anything.
Yeah, but speaking of Wii Sports,
put Mario in like Super Mario tax filing, and people will buy that. You know that.
We all know if we had a Mario tax filing, and we all know which character wouldn't be in there, and that's Yoshi because
yeah, that's for sure.
Or would he be in there, but as like a villain or as a boss?
Yeah.
Bowser's the IRS.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
But speaking of the Mario Golf game, what really caught my eye was the fact that if you guys remember from the Wii Sports game, the UI for the Mario Golf game really does remind me of Wii Sports.
It does, yes. They got the whole they got like the curvatured bar.
Yeah.
Telling you how powerful your shot is. They got the mini map.
Okay.
It's really cool.
No,
it's really
cool.
I'm very interested in that speed golfing game.
Yes.
Like the speed golfing looks like
everybody plays at the same time.
Yeah.
You just got to complete the course first.
I mean, okay.
So how? Sorry.
No, I was gonna say. Let's be honest. Had you just heard Mario Golf, I feel like not as many people would really be excited. But did you expect people to actually be excited by this game? Like the fact that everyone I've talked to is actually very excited for this game. I don't think I've ever had anyone in the past before.
Good. It looks very clean.
Oh, I'm not saying no, especially. I mean, it has Mario, so I expect it to be clean.
I mean, yeah, Mario. Mario is a very clean plumber. He washes his hands. But I mean, at this, it looks like a good game. The speed golf part, I think that's what got a lot of people. Oh yeah. There was that brief moment where we saw Waluigi. He was wearing a fedora, so that's gonna happen.
Oh my god!
Smooth jazz Waluigi. You love to see it.
Oh my god!
That's one smooth criminal.
But one thing that sucked up.
Wario looks like a Texan rancher. That's his golf outfit. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. But Javi, you were saying.
No, what really stuck out to me was the fact that apparently there's going to be a single player story mode for this game, which I thought was really interesting.
That's no surprise to me, considering that's how like most of the sports games are for Mario.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
the Game Boy Mario Tennis had a story mode.
I remember that. Yeah, no, I remember that actually.
Mario Golf on the Game Boy Color had a story mode too.
I remember Strikers and Strikers Charged also had story modes. And same with Mario Super Sluggers. That had a story mode, which is actually really good. Surprisingly, like I still have my Mario Super Sluggers, and it's a lot of fun to play.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Either way, but like I don't think people were expected to be as excited for this game as they were. I think that was the point I was trying to get across.
Yeah, I agree for that. Honestly, like obviously we were talking about it beforehand, but when I saw it, I unironically got really excited to see it. I was like, oh my fucking god!
I mean, it's one of the closest things to Wii Sports on the Switch.
Well, not even just that. I think for me, it's the party game mode aspect of it. Like this isn't just this isn't just something you play with like by yourself or with someone else. No, this is someone you play with a bunch of friends.
I mean, you can't play. I don't think you can play speed golf on one console though, unless there's a split screen.
I kind of took it as a Mario Party thing or something like that.
God, speaking of which, oh man, I'm really hoping this game kind of fixes the wrongs that Nintendo did us with Super Mario Party, because that stuff.
Well, I don't know if ND Cube is. I don't know if ND Cube is developing this Mario Golf game, but it's ND Cube developed Super Mario Party and all the other Mario Parties after Mario Party 8. So
which would explain I mean, in my head,
because it used to be. I saw a whole Scott the Woz video about it, and it was and it was Hudson Soft that originally developed like Mario Party 1 through 8 and like the Game Boy version and the DS version. But then and then Hudson Soft got like bought out, I think. Gotcha. So they didn't make Mario Party anymore. And then instead they switched to ND Cube, who made those crappy Mario Party 9 and 10. And technically Super Mario Party is Mario Party 11. Which is better than Mario Party 9 and 10. I'll say that.
It's better than both of them combined. But we have so many podcast episodes we could talk about this stuff, but let's move on.
All right. Our next game, ladies and gentlemen, is the port of Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse. Now, this game came out in 2005 for the Xbox, and they're just remastering it and reporting it. Do we have anything to say?
Not really.
Not really.
Exactly. Then we got Tales from the Borderlands, a game from 2014.
Yeah, you're right. We got Tales from the Borderlands.
So, yeah, Capcom Arcade Stadium Collection.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'll get my quick thoughts. That's really cool that people are going to get these classic Capcom games. It's just really funny to me that like because I remember I had a couple friends asking me like, "Oh, are you going to get this cuz it's Capcom and everything?" And it's like I told them, I would get it if I didn't already own most of these games beforehand.
Bro.
Yeah, you already got the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Why?
I have a bunch of these Capcom games either on PC or on a Nintendo console. So for me, it's not anything I need to buy. I might buy Goblins and Ghouls. That's it. If I can buy that individually.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Or Ghosts and Goblins. That's what it is.
It doesn't matter if you have NES Online or Nintendo Online. You get the NES version.
Yeah, so then to me, it's like there's nothing I need to pick out from that. So
if you really want to play that game is...
Now, if they bring back the Disney Capcom games, then we'll have something to talk about. Then we'll have something.
I'm sorry, Disney?
Disney Capcom games. That is Darkwing Duck, Adventure,
Tailspin. The DuckTales NES game.
DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, the Adventurers. I can't remember all of that off the top of my head, but there used to be a bunch of them back in the day.
The DuckTales game got a whole remake already.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about like all of them. Like if they did a bundle of all of them, then we'll talk about it. Yeah.
People would buy it. I mean, it's not that hard to report it.
Okay.
Yeah. What else we got here? After all that stuff, we got a game for you, Zach. If you want to take it away.
Oh, No More Heroes 3. So I honestly thought this series was abandoned at this point. Like I was not expecting another one at this point. However, what I am happy about is that it looks like they are giving it a fresh coat of paint. They poured it over No More Heroes 1 and 2, and I talked to you guys beforehand, and No More Heroes 1 and 2 has not aged well. It's like just it has not, like in terms of graphics and gameplay. It just really hasn't aged well. So I was very disappointed that it was a ported and not remastered, but that seems to be more Nintendo style right now. But with 3, it seems like it's definitely bringing it into the modern era and utilizing everything it can with the Switch. So I'm very happy about that. You know, that the series is still getting some love, especially because like when people thought Travis was going to come to Smash, but then got thrown on as a skin instead. So, you know, that I'm very happy to see it, and we're gonna see how this game goes. Yeah, in a way, really. But yeah, that's what we're gonna get out of this. So I'm very happy, and hopefully, you know, hopefully the game is actually really good. So we'll see how it turns out. But I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited. And then it was followed up by another game, which I'm actually very excited for. This game I'm super excited for because it reminds me of Super Hot, and Super Hot was a lot of fun. And that is Neon White. So what do you guys think? Well, like, how are you guys feeling on Neon White and everything?
Personally, I do like I really like the character design. I do really enjoy that.
Yeah,
I love the masks. It kind of reminds me of I can't remember what they were called, but the guys who worked with Martin Lee from oh, actually, is that a spoiler? No, okay, I'm not gonna finish this sentence.
Okay.
It'll be a spoiler for Zach because he hasn't played it.
Oh, my bad. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna finish that.
But I know what you're talking about.
When I was gonna say, like, to me, when the moment you hear Steve Blum's voice, which is the voice of the main character, also the voice of Spike Spiegel from why am I suddenly blank? Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, and then also the voice of Mugen from Samurai Champloo. He's done so many voices, but you know, those are some of his more famous roles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was very excited for that, and then it's a deck building first-person shooter. So I'm no longer a FPS fan, but this game just looked like so much fun with like the jumping, the deck building mechanics. So I'm like, you know what? I'll give this a try. It looks like a lot of fun. We don't really have too much info on it still, but I'm very interested and want to give it a shot. And then after Neon White, we were followed up by
by a game that really had no reason to be in the direct. DC Superhero Girls Teen Power.
Dude, Dan, you know, you hit the nail on the head. There are definitely some games where you look at them and you're like, something else could have taken up the time in the direct.
Okay, this game looks like shit.
Or just don't have it in there at all. Like,
it looks like shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. Okay, go ahead, and then I'll follow up with my thought.
I mean, the game looks like shit. Let's be honest, but it's a kids game. It's meant for kids.
That's true. Yeah, it's not for
we're not kids. We're fully grown men.
Yeah.
So this game isn't for us.
Not
and that's what I was gonna say. Like, this game is definitely a kids game at heart. Like, that's what it is. You don't expect quality. It's a TV show video game. I've never seen a TV show video game outside of DuckTales that has actually been good. Outside of like the Disney video games that I was talking about a little bit earlier. Those are the only ones I've seen that are good. And on top of that, like, this is when you know there are corporations who just buy for promotions and stuff. Because this is Warner Brothers, so it would not surprise me if we found out like that Warner Brothers paid Nintendo to promote this game in the direct. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Like, that's literally what it's like. They haven't officially said it, but that's literally what happened here. Like,
yeah. Overall thoughts. I don't care. Why was this in the direct?
Yeah.
That's all. It didn't have to be. It could have just been its own trailer posted on the Nintendo YouTube.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then after that, we had a series that we haven't heard from in a little bit, Plants vs. Zombies.
Yes, after Garden Warfare 1 and 2, they came out with Battle for Neighborville. And that was on PS4 and Xbox One. Now it's coming to Switch, which, I mean, yeah, that's cool and all. I don't know. I prefer just the original Plants vs. Zombies, you know?
I mean, this one I believe is EA, right? As far as I know, Plants vs. Zombies.
That's an excellent question. That is an excellent question.
Battle for Neighborville. I actually don't know. I guess to give my little spiel on it, I never really cared much for Plants vs Zombies. Like,
Oh, Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborhood site EA.com.
Yep. But yeah, go ahead,
Whoops.
Javi. Continue, please.
yeah, I never really cared for the Plants vs Zombies. It's something I played like offhandedly like not even once in a while, like just maybe like once or twice, really. Now that I think about it.
I agree.
So for me
I agree.
personally, like I not really invested into the Plants vs Zombies franchise, so I'm probably not going to be looking at this very much.
I will give credit. It does look a little fun. Not gonna say it's anything I'll buy. Just looks a little fun.
It's got some charm to it, you know. You can play as a big old corn plant, just shooting corn at zombies. It's great.
The corn machine gun did look pretty funny.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I just prefer the original. I beat the original a few times on mobile, and I have it on my PC too. So
okay.
Yeah, lovely Steam sales. You buy it for $1 just to relive.
I won't buy EA. Period. So I'm just expecting that game to be riddled with microtransactions.
Don't worry, the original is not microtransaction filled, and it's not EA. Give the original a try. Get it on Steam for $1.
I've seen the originals. Don't worry about that. I'm talking about this one right here.
Heck, maybe I'll stream it, and I'll probably try and beat the game in one sitting.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, it's possible.
Okay, next one was.
What do we got here? Utopia.
Shout out to one of our viewers that Javi and I had, because we had someone else who suggested something as a joke, and then hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
So shout out to the viewer Hezel. He just he she they I don't know their pronouns. I apologize. They ended up calling. They were making a joke on a new Mii game, and I literally said this to them. I'm like, are Mii's even relevant anymore? Then smack dab in the middle of this, they're just like, hey, Miitopia, we got a new game, and I'm like, Hazel, you freaking called it. What the hell? But I thought they were dead. I honestly thought Mii's were dead.
Dude, honestly,
make Mii's great again.
God.
Well, they are. Lord. We got a reason for Mii's now. I don't like the Mii Maker in the Switch though. It's just so bland, At least when you're making a Mii in the Wii version, you got that nice theme going on in the background.
Yeah.
In this, with the Mii Maker on the Switch, there's no music. It's just silence and then little icon change sounds. That's it.
I did say this to Javi though during the stream.
Mm-hmm.
I did say this to Javi during the I did say this to him during the stream. They released it a little late in my head. And no, I didn't say this to Javi. I'm sorry. I'm thinking because this was on another stream. I was talking to a friend of ours, Bulba. Shout out to Bulba Light. Go check out his channel and stuff. Anyway, besides the point, we've had a lot of shout outs today. So I was talking to him about it, and I was like, had this come sooner, I guarantee you this would have been a lot more successful. But I was just thinking with the mentality I had of are Mii's relevant again? Does this really do any justice for Mii's? Because it's had this been Mii, the era of Mii's is kind of dead in my head.
Yeah.
The most relevant Mii's are the Mii fighters in Smash.
Yeah, no, dead ass though.
No, I agree. Yeah.
So, I would say either the Mii fighters, Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart.
Yeah, I think those are the most relevant Mii's, honestly. And Mii's were a product of the Wii era. That's what they were. They lived through the Wii U, and 3DS era. But by the time they kind of went silent, for lack of a better term, throughout the beginning of the Switch era. Had this been a launch title game, I feel like Mii's would have been far more relevant and had kept, their strength and power going. I don't see this game doing a lot. I don't see it. Maybe people are excited and think it's fun and cool, but I don't see it being a very well-known game.
No, I definitely think this is something that's gonna fly under the radar as well. Because, like you said, the opportunity for making Mii's continuing Mii's popularity was when the Switch launched, in my opinion. That's when they probably should have capitalized on, oh, hey, a new, Mii, or a Switch, or this was originally a 3DS game, if I'm not mistaken, or like a Wii
It
game.
is a 3DS game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
this is
so that
like a remaster.
yeah. So if they wanted to continue making Mii's like a center of attention for like as a Nintendo product, they probably should have started at the beginning of the Switch's lifespan. But for now,
very much so.
Yeah, no, I don't really see it.
Yeah.
Instead, they were like, "Hey, you guys are like arms."
Yeah. Okay, on to the next one. You guys can talk all you want about this. I know nothing about this. I'm gonna let y'all take
Dude,
yes, sir. This is my time to shine. Animal Crossing, a free update adding Mario items. That's cool and all. Animal Crossing is kind of dead for me personally. But it comes with a little warp pipe. And apparently, Javi, you can place the warp pipe inside your house and then place the other warp pipe like on a random part of your island, and then you can warp right from inside your house to the part of the island. That's actually really cool.
No, that actually is cool though. I'm not gonna lie. That actually is very cool.
That's a good game mechanic right there.
Yeah, no, honestly though, I mean honestly I could definitely see like more like just Mario islands where people just make islands specifically for like Mario like courses and stuff like that. I could definitely see that because like a lot of people have found like new ways to like after the initial kind of like hype around Animal Crossing.
Yeah, people are making like cities and stuff with the textures.
Yeah, people were like
that texture stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah, people were playing around with the mechanics a lot of of what you can really do with Animal Crossing. So I'm really interested to see like what they do with these new like sort of Mario things. It's gonna be pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. They definitely need. I think they need to add more than just more items to Animal Crossing. Like the events are kind of weak. You get a few items. Nintendo needs to add more. Like I don't know.
There were rumors that they were going to add like cooking and gardening, like actual gardening and stuff like that.
I thought so too. That was in the game. That was like data mined.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still gonna be coming.
They had the harvest update, which had pumpkins and stuff.
Honestly, I think if they added like cooking and like gardening stuff, that would probably pull me back in. But like the
recipes,
events,
like you got the crafting recipes.
Yeah,
they need
exactly.
More crafting recipes that aren't just like holiday themed, but just more in general.
When I was playing Animal Crossing and I got like the 5th wooden fence like fucking recipe for like the day, that shit.
And I'm just like, come on,
give me a different recipe, man. But yeah, no. Personally, I don't think this update will draw me back into Animal Crossing, but I think it is really fun, and I actually really look forward to seeing like what they do with it.
I'll buy a few warp pipes and then put the game down for several months. I haven't played it since August.
Yeah, I haven't played it since like June.
Like it was so much fun when it came out, but
I know
it just kind of got old.
Yeah,
I need to go back and like try and get every fish. That'll give me something to do because I tried doing that with New Leaf, but I never did it.
Yeah, no.
And since you can time skip, you can just change to different seasons.
Yeah.
So you could just make it happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, but those are my thoughts on Animal Crossing. I don't know if you have anything else for that, Dan.
I mean, the items are cool. Putting a warp pipe inside your house and warping, like, dude, you can warp like right to the museum too.
Yeah.
Like or anywhere else, yeah.
Yeah, just warp to a museum and show Blathers like a mosquito or something like that.
And it'll go,
ah! But yeah, no.
You're like, yo, check this out.
Okay.
Yeah, but if that's everything.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It's a cool update.
No, I was just gonna say we're onto a big portion of like the next.
Yeah, this took up a lot of time. I would say at least like 5 minutes of this.
I don't know why. Why did this?
I can see why. I can see why because this looks like, this was a new. It's a new Nintendo IP. That's what we can see here. This Project Triangle strategy. Honestly, I'm excited for it. I will say I'm excited. I'm excited to try it out because the demo's out. I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah.
I love the art style. I do like the whole like realistic like model build and then the little 8-bit sprites on top of that. Or like 16-bit.
I will say that that kind of contrast between, the characters and the environment around them, that is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
You're thinking of like this is an isometric what's the word I'm looking for? Perception? No. Perspective.
perspective. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it. Sorry, I yelled. I just figured that out. Yeah, it's an isometric perspective, which is pretty cool if you can get it right. Like, it looks great.
I mean, like I said, I'm ready to try out the demo. It looks really good. I also like the idea that this game has replayability because of the multi-choice endings and stuff. Like there are multiple choices you can make throughout the game that will affect the story. That's always a plus in my head. So for me, I'm just like, you know what? Let's give this a shot. I'm down to try this. I don't think there's like anything else really that
I mean, I don't know. I didn't care. I was like, why am I hearing about this? You don't have a working title and the game's not coming out until 2022. You could have just waited.
I get it, because they're trying to build hype around a new IP, so I can understand.
Yeah, no, honestly, yeah, I can understand why, but like,
I mean, they'll try. They can try to, build some hype, but it's not going to work that well.
I think it just depends on how people receive the demo and everything, because I know there are people who are interested. I remember everyone was thinking it was an Octopath Traveler sequel, but
I
like
also
it's just its
thought
own
that.
thing. It looks like its own thing, but like, I think people
does,
will give it
yeah.
a chance. I think people are going to give it a chance.
People
It looks
play
really
it,
good.
yeah.
So
that's that, right? You got
we're yet
anything
to
else?
see. Like I said, I'm excited to try it out. I'm gonna give the demo a shot, see how it plays, and we'll see if I get the game or not. And maybe I'll stream it.
All right, I'm gonna summarize the next one because I found out a little more about it. Star Wars Hunters. We're like, oh, cool, a Star Wars game, It's a third-person shooter that takes place between episodes 6 and 7. That sounds pretty neat, right?
Yeah.
Wrong. Wrong. This game is being developed by Zynga. Zynga's best game was fucking Farmville. Okay?
Yeah, I was about to say
That was best
yeah.
game. That was their best
That's
game. And I saw
nice.
what platforms this is coming out for. It's coming out for Switch, iOS, and Android, and it's gonna be
Oh
free to
my
play.
God.
So guess what?
No.
This game is gonna be crap. I got nothing else to say. I think we can move on.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly-
I was just gonna my only thoughts were it's a Star Wars game.
Yeah, but no, this is
don't-
gonna be a
okay.
shitty Star Wars game.
Okay, real quick. I
Good
know
God.
we're already running over time and stuff, but
Are we really?
don't worry about it.
Look, you got more content right here.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you have a little more audio to render, but
Yeah. My whole thing was this. At least it's not EA? Question mark? Like
Not really. I don't agree with that. No.
that is true.
Really?
It's
For
not
Star Wars?
EA, but it's a free-to-play Star Wars game, which will definitely have microtransactions.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
I
mean,
agree. I think my point is like at least we're finally seeing that EA no longer has the exclusivity deal, especially after what Lucasfilm and Disney said about like their contracts with EA no longer being exclusive. So I'm very happy to at least see the beginning. I'm not saying this is going to be a good game by any means.
Yeah, no. Like I was gonna say, like I can understand why you're excited for like the exclusivities no longer exist, but that's not really a good reason to be excited for this game. Like this game is
God no.
Yeah.
No,
But,
yeah,
no.
they're putting a mobile game on Switch. That's what they're going to do.
I mean,
yeah, but speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but speaking of very underwhelming titles, the next thing right
this
up
was
here.
the low point. This was the real low point.
I mean, honestly, it just got bad for me after Mario Golf.
But yeah, no, Knockout City. What do we think about
Yeah.
Knockout City, guys?
I'm done. I don't need it in my life. I thought it was Fork Knife. We thought it was Fork Knife.
I personally thought it was something for Fortnite related as well.
I saw the army guy, and I was like, are they putting Siege on Switch? And then I think we saw EA. Then I'm like, wait, no. And then they showed that little animated princess character, who looks completely different from like the actual in-game model. So I don't know why they even had different animation styles for these characters.
I
If
don't
their
know.
model's gonna all look the same in-game.
You want to know what I thought it was for like half a second? I thought
said
they were
Fortnite.
doing a mobile game bundle for Switch. Because it looked like mobile game. I was like, oh my god, they're putting Raid
did look
Shadow
like-
Legends or AFK Arena on
Oh
Switch.
my god! The day we get Raid Shadow Legends for Switch.
Oh my god.
God!
I mean, but that was just my thought. I'm like, they're putting that all on Switch as like a mobile game bundle, and then that's what I thought it was for like half a second, and then we got that, and it was just, I'm like, A, this looks like a Ninjala ripoff. B, it just looks bad. I'm like, this does not look fun. I don't know what that commercial was. It was a waste of time.
Okay, the commercial was cringy.
The gameplay itself, though, wasn't that bad.
Okay, I mean, it's multiplayer dodgeball.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And you know, although they do be balling, that there was no reason for this to be in the direct. This was absolute cringe.
No,
I think anybody watching this was just like, "What is this?"
I will say, I don't. It looks fine to me, but I agree though. It's so many other like some of the other things in this, direct. Like it had no reason to be there.
Also, don't forget that it's also EA.
Yeah, it is. It is EA.
See, at least with Star Wars, we're like, at least it's not EA. The next game, EA.
So I'm just expecting it to be riddled with microtransactions too. So
here, you guys can talk about. I think we really got nothing else to talk about with Knockout City. You guys can talk about this game because I don't give a shit. World's End Club.
I'm excited. I'm excited because it's from the creators of Danganronpa, and it's a complete flip from the Danganronpa formula, where it's a murder high school game. While now, the world is completely unaffected, but in that game, it's like you guys are like your world is essentially dying. Now it's flipped. Now it's like everyone's okay, but now you need to figure out what the hell happened to the world.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Javi?
No, I personally really like this game. I've never played. Funnily enough, I've never actually played any of the Danganronpa games, but this actually looks pretty interesting to me. Yeah. I really love the art style. Love the character design. The world itself really looks nice, and I like the concept as well. Trying to escape and stuff like that. I think it's pretty fun. You mentioned something about the end of the trailer that kind of seemed off to you.
It killed some excitement for me of just a 12-person tandem bike of like.
Dude, it looked cute. What are you talking about?
So cringy to me.
That's how's that cringy?
Okay, I gotta admit the big tandem bike, that was funny. I was watching. I was like, huh?
Dude, it was more funny to me than anything. It
was funny. I'm not gonna say that it wasn't funny. It just in my head it also registered as cringy. Looking at it, the game looks interesting. I'm not the art is okay. I'm not gonna say it's the coolest art ever. I'm not gonna say I love the art. It's okay.
It looks like they all look like Pokemon characters, honestly.
Yes. I actually. So I 100% agree. I agree. They look like Pokemon character, like some
of them with the unique designs. They look like gym leaders.
Yeah, I agree. And for me, I'm like, this thing looks pretty cool overall, I guess. But I'm not a big, like I said, not the biggest fan of the art style. But the concept of the game, I'm very excited for.
Mm-hmm.
I will also say this: I will not pay $60 for this.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I don't think it's worth $60. I will say this is maybe a $40 game at best.
Is it $60?
I don't know. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if this comes out as $60, I won't pay $60
check
for it.
the site. I don't think it's not worth $60.
No,
a lot of these games we're seeing, if they come out at $60, I'm gonna laugh and be like, no.
I don't know.
I got something. I got an opinion about that when we get to something.
Ooh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do. Next, we got Hades physical copy. Now, Hades, one of the best games of 2020.
Best indie game.
Exactly. One of the best games of 2020 gets a physical copy for the Switch. It has the soundtrack and an art book in there, and I'm like, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. That's actually really cool. I like that a lot.
How much is the original Hades? How much is it? Just the digital.
$20.
$20.
Like 20 digital.
If they sell this for 40, I could see 60 if they do, the whole art bundle and everything. I can understand that.
Yeah, no.
But
it might be 25 on Switch. It's 20 or 25.
Either way, I would pick this up. I would pick this up for physical. I don't know if I will buy it right now, but I would pick it up. It looks like
I'd definitely be willing to give it a try.
I just haven't I haven't played it yet, but I'd be willing to give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks cool. The character designs look awesome.
Yeah,
I'll say
I
that.
agree. The game concept looks like a lot of fun. I say I will play. It's on my will play eventually list because of how much fun
it looks good.
It's not a priority buy for me just because I have such a massive backlog, but I would pick it up.
Yeah. Next on here we got the Ninja Gaiden trilogy.
I did not see that coming. Dude,
Ninja Gaiden Master Collection.
I don't think anyone saw that coming.
Yeah, the the third person hack and slash Ninja Gaiden console series. Now Ninja Gaiden used to be a side scroller for the NES. Very difficult game.
And
The difficulty has carried over to these third person hack and slash games because these are also notoriously difficult as well.
Yeah.
But hey, they're on the Switch right now. I think they were like PS2 or they were like Xbox and Xbox 360 games that are now being imported to the Switch.
Yeah. Yeah, your thoughts, Javi?
I had when it comes to Ninja Gaiden, I had empty honestly because I've never played a Ninja Gaiden game.
That's fair.
I think maybe I've seen one of my friends play it before, but I have really little to no exposure of this franchise.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks interesting. Like obviously, like anything with ninjas and that kind of like the way it its presentation, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's enough to pull me in, to be honest with you. But good for the people that I mean, when's actually no? Now to think about it, I don't actually know. When was the last time a Ninja Gaiden game actually got released? Actually,
so that's what I was going to get into. If I remember correctly, wasn't this an Xbox exclusive for a while, like Ninja Gaiden?
I don't know about that one, but
I thought the series was like Xbox exclusive for some time.
Let's look up.
But at the same time, like I was always more of a Devil May Cry fan as opposed to Ninja Gaiden because
you can get Ninja Gaiden 3 on PS3.
Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, PS3, God.
Yeah, but what about 1 and 2? Because I could have swore at some point it was a Microsoft exclusive.
Could have been. Oh yeah, Ninja Gaiden 2 only on Xbox 360.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so 1 and 2 were only on Xbox 360. But this
3 was also on the Wii U. This Ninja Gaiden game right here. Oh wait, hold on. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 Plus. Oh wait, that's for Vita. Yeah, I think Ninja Gaiden 3 was like the most recent one.
Yeah, which was PS3 era. So what? 2008, 2009, 2010,
2012.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's been almost a decade since we've seen the Ninja Gaiden series.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's like, I don't think I'll buy this right now. It would be a 2-play, and I'd rather play it on a different console. Like, legitimately, I would rather play it on a PS3 than a Switch. But,
yeah.
I think what this says to me instead is Xbox and Nintendo are getting along a lot better than we had already originally imagined.
Than Sony and Nintendo.
Well, I mean, not just that. Like, I mean, Xbox, remember, added their Gold Pass to Nintendo, so it just shows to me that Nintendo...
No.
Or not their Gold Pass, or like, what, Xbox Live or something?
No. They didn't add anything. Cuphead came to Nintendo.
Wasn't it that they added an Xbox service on Nintendo, or were going to?
No, that was a rumor.
Okay.
But they never did that. I mean, Cuphead came to Switch, but then it eventually came to PlayStation anyway. They put the same... I think you can, like, sync your achievements in Cuphead with your achievements on your Xbox Live account? That might have been what it was?
Oh, no. Xbox Live... Yeah, you can sync your achievements, and you do have Xbox Live on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that's there.
Okay, so yeah, I guess...
Okay, so no, I was right. Yeah, Xbox Live, not Gold Pass, but Xbox Live is on Nintendo Switch, and it has
they
like
have
a weird...
it just works with Cuphead or Minecraft, because you can play with people.
Yeah, there are more games that are coming. Well, there are more Xbox games that are supposedly coming to Switch, so... Because it allows for Fortnite, Minecraft, Cuphead, and I guess they say future games.
There's integration. Because those are games that require, like, other accounts. Well, except for Cuphead. But Cuphead, since it was originally Microsoft only, had that integration built in when it came to the Switch.
Yeah, but still,
Now it's on
like,
the PlayStation, so then
I mean,
it's there for
yeah,
everybody.
but I wouldn't be surprised then if we see more of like this Xbox Live stuff get synced up on Switch, and
yeah, definitely.
so with Gaiden. So like that's like I said, this is just to me shows how well Nintendo and Microsoft are getting along right now. But following that, then the most underwhelming Zelda news ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, are we already on Zelda now?
Yeah, we're on Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity.
Oh, Age of Calamity, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say this wasn't cool. It was just so underwhelming and quick on how you had to look at it.
They showed us a screen and didn't even give us enough time to like actually look at it.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, like, they didn't really even put that much attention towards it, I would say. It's really just like it's like a list of things that they're going to be bringing to the Age of Calamity as DLC.
They're like, do you want to buy more stuff
okay,
for Age of Calamity?
Like, here's the thing. They don't even mention like what weapons you're getting or anything like that. It's literally just like literally just saying
a weapon for Link and a weapon and a costume. That's it.
Yeah, okay, so reading off this list. Okay, so this is going to be 2 waves of DLC. You get the expansion pass for $20. Not a bad price. Not a bad price.
Actually, yeah, no, it's not that bad. Yeah.
For 2 waves, that's pretty cool. So first DLC piece you get is a new weapon for Link and costume, which comes out May 28th.
Yeah.
Then after that, you're getting an expanded roster with Wave 1. So clearly more characters that are coming. We don't know which characters because screw us apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Newly added weapon types, new challenges in the Royal Action Lab, or Royal Ancient Lab, and then newly added challenging enemies. So again, we're getting more stuff, but nothing of note. So because screw the Nintendo fan base. Then Wave 2, which in my head isn't really worth it reading it right now, except for maybe this. There are new character vignettes, so clearly more story being added, I guess, to the game.
New character vignettes? What does that mean?
That's the little, like, you know how Overwatch does the like trailers and stuff for each character or for like different characters?
Oh,
that's a vignette.
Oh, see, I've just never heard that word before.
I believe that's at least what I remember off the top of my head. I could totally be wrong. Newly added stages, that's pretty cool.
And
expanded roster. So more characters. So they're essentially doing like a smash cycle on characters, and then new battle skills for existing characters. So, I
mean, $20. Yeah, I guess that's a decent price. Here's the thing: an expanded roster could just mean one fighter.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're not wrong.
No, you're not.
Which is that's underwhelming.
So it looks like as of right now, this is going to be phase 1 of like multiple expansion passes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this did bring a little bit of hype back to the stream. Not a lot, because, the hype was really brought back with what came next. Actually, really, did they have that
Ghosts and Goblins?
No. Yeah, we had, a little bit
All
after
right.
that.
Bravely Default 2. Do we care about that?
No.
I know people do care about it. I do know people care about it. That's just not something we're versed on.
All right, moving on. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrected.
I'd pick it up for fun, but I don't know.
No.
I'd probably wait for sale.
I'd rather just suffer with the original one. Saga Frontier. I don't even remember what that is.
Neither do I. Apex Legends, don't care. Don't play
Apex Legends. It's free. That's cool. Yeah. Moving on to one of the supposedly big ones.
Okay, so this was essentially what took up another big chunk and was promoted during this direct. I think this took up legitimately like 5 to 10 minutes.
It did. Yeah. It took a while.
I actually like this. I will admit this right out the gate. Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword HD coming to Nintendo Switch. Now, it does rely on motion controls, but they did allow it so you can now play with button play instead, which I know was the biggest complaint from Wii. I'm also going to laugh if they bring back Link's crossbow training. I'm going to laugh so hard.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I feel like it'd be funny.
Yeah. It'd be really funny. I would love to see it, but
for Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary, the only thing they do is bring back Link's crossbow training.
Oh my god! I mean, dude, like if you looked at the Zelda fan base reaction after the direct, you basically think that they killed them. Basically, like they basically just literally just spat in their face. Like honestly,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, back to this game though. I'm excited for it. Like I legitimately like it. Like I enjoyed it. I may be the outlier in this, but I personally really enjoyed Skyward Sword. I didn't
never
enjoy
played
the
it,
motion
so.
control reliance because I played it I never had this game, full transparency. I played it at friends' houses. Wasn't the biggest fan of the motion control reliance. But I did like the whole story narrative and the explorability and everything. Everything was really cool in my head. And the boss fight seemed like a lot of fun for me.
They're charging $60 for this game.
That's exactly what you're supposed to talk about, Dan.
Yeah. I'm like, that's stupid. Because guess what? This game's on the Wii U. You can get it for $20.
I say give it some time. It'll probably drop in price.
No,
Maybe.
it won't. Do you see Super Mario U Deluxe ever dropping in price? I mean, it goes on sale, but like.
Okay, well, I still may pick up this game. This is not going to be a day one buy for me, but I'm excited for it. The Joy-Cons,
and they got
though,
those Joy-Cons look cool.
though, yeah, those look
They're
sick
gonna
as hell.
drift. They're gonna drift.
I love the fact that Dan's just pointed out everything wrong with this.
I mean, to be fair though,
because it's so easy.
Yeah,
it's so easy. I look at it, I'm like,
but they look really nice though. I will say
they look nice. They're not gonna work nice though after a bit.
My god. Oh my god,
Dude.
that's great. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else I can really say about it.
I will maybe consider buying this because I never played Skyward Sword, so I could see myself getting it. But apart from that, not like it's definitely not a priority for me.
No, it's not. This is not a priority game.
Yeah, no.
I am interested. This is not a day one buy for me. This is if I have money and feel like playing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then finally we come up to the final thing, which personally I feel like this should have been flipped, but we'll talk about that more right after this.
Okay.
Splatoon 3. Do you guys care?
I mean, okay. Here's my issue.
Okay, I'm gonna let you two guys go off on this because you guys know I don't care about Splatoon.
I mean,
I'm hardly a Splatoon expert because I've never played Splatoon before, so I'm hardly an expert on this. But I will say, I've never played it, but I could definitely see myself maybe picking this up because like I could definitely see this being my first Splatoon game, honestly. Unless there's like something like I have to play Splatoon 1 or 2 before, I could definitely see myself playing 3. But what do you think about this, Dan?
Well, it's coming out in 2022. Why announce it right now?
Well, they have to let people know. I think like
they gotta be like, yeah, we're making a third Splatoon. We've gone through 3. There's gonna be 3 Splatoon games before we get a new Mario Kart game. Mario Kart 8 came out in 2014.
Yeah.
Splatoon 1 came out in 2015. We've gone 3 Splatoon games, no new Mario Kart game.
I also saw something about that.
We got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They added a few characters and a battle mode. That's not a new game.
No, it really isn't.
No, it isn't. But
it's very different from Mario Kart 8, I will say. But they just revamped Mario Kart 8. It's not Mario Kart 9.
God damn.
What else was I going to say? Yes, Splatoon 3, a mainly multiplayer-focused game. You know, Nintendo online servers, they're booty. I played Splatoon 2. Playing online sometimes was a struggle because there were disconnects pretty often because it's Nintendo.
Aren't they using new servers now? Like, isn't the whole thing that
they're going to?
Like, their 20-year-old server, which they had been using for 10 years, they're finally going to use...
20-year-old server system, which they had set up since the GameCube.
Oh my goodness, dude.
what was I gonna say? Yeah, the Splatoon 2 has code to make sure to verify if you're running on Windows 97.
Oh my god,
Which
you're
is
joking.
so funny. No, it's true.
You're
It's true.
Oh my
No, it's true.
god. Why are you...
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not on Twitter, Zach, not anymore.
Yeah,
So like
no,
you
I'm not
you
on
wouldn't
Twitter
have
for right
seen
now.
it.
No.
I saw it and I was like, oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no.
Why are you
Like,
working
yeah,
on
that's
such an
how old
outdated
the-
OS?
Why
man.
is Nintendo right? Their servers are literally their server room is just a bunch of potatoes all wired up.
Oh
my
my goodness, dude.
So like, here's the thing: Splatoon 3. Okay, it looks kind of cool, but it's Splatoon. Splatoon is one of those games that you might play for a few days and then just get tired of it. Because
Oh.
yeah, you level up, you get a few new weapons, but that's it. That's really it.
I don't care for Splatoon.
Shouldn't be a $60 game. It should
Really?
be a $40
Ooh.
game.
Wow.
Wow.
Because
Whoa.
of the
got
content.
hot takes today.
Yo.
Splatoon should
the
not be a
hot
$60 game.
Yo, I was
It
not
should only be
expecting
40.
that.
It should
Oh my
only be
God.
40. Guess what? They have the campaign mode. Okay. That's cool.
Okay.
It's it's all right. You just go through some stages and grind on some rails and shoot some.
These are some
Octolings.
hot takes.
What was I
gonna
today.
say? And then there's the online, which is very repetitive.
Jesus.
And then there's Salmon Run, which is the survival. You can play that by yourself or with people. But here's the thing: you're also relying on those online servers.
Oh boy.
And I've also had many
God.
disconnects and issues
Man.
trying to connect to a game. But yeah, no, Splatoon just gets a bit boring after like a few days of playing it. I've had it for a while, and I barely played it.
Javi, did you redeem the channel points? Because that was the hottest take today.
I think what I redeemed was a Nintendo diss track. Essentially, it's because these past 10 minutes has essentially just been.
Hey, we can't do a diss track. We're gonna get copyright. Oh crap! We're gonna get a community guidelines takedown now because we made a diss track.
Oh my god! Like
I will say,
biggest thing. No, the three biggest things. The last three biggest things for Nintendo that they clearly are promoting, Dan has just done nothing but rip them apart, and I'm here for it.
It's not good.
I'm here for it.
Splatoon gets boring, man. I gotta say that. I'm sorry.
I like Nintendo, but I'm here for the Nintendo slander. I'm here for it, honestly.
We can slander that.
We are never going to be sponsored by Nintendo. Let's be honest.
They're going to sponsor this in the first place.
Well, here are my thoughts on Splatoon 3. I only have one word for it.
Please do.
Woo me. That's all I have to say about Splatoon 3. That's all I have to say. Woo me. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Woo you?
Woo me. Woo me.
Okay. That's not one word.
Okay.
That's two words.
Okay. You know what? Screw it. We're already going over time. Let's just keep it going. What would you guys feel like? What do you guys feel is missing from the direct? Let's just make it quick. List 3 things you feel is missing from the direct.
I can definitely take the lead on this if you want.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I definitely expected, like, personally for me, this is definitely a bias, but I really did think that we were going to talk a little bit more about Shin Megami Tensei because they have 2 games coming out this year for that franchise.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was personally really expecting that.
Okay.
And then my only other thing probably would have been a Mario Kart game. That's the only other thing I was pretty expecting from this. But
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Anything else, or
Can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead, Dan. I was gonna say, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, one thing they're missing. One, Bayonetta 3. We haven't heard shit about that since 2017.
Yeah.
And the thing that we heard in 2017 was that it's going to exist.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
okay.
We haven't heard anything else. A second thing. They could have they really padded out that director with like a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I can agree.
It did not have to be 50 minutes long. It went downhill after Mario Golf. For me,
honestly,
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't need all of it. Some of it could have just been trailers because like people just won't care. I mean, okay, like the DC superhero girls thing. Okay. I get it.
Okay, Dan. One more, just real quick.
Sir, I'm sorry.
We'll get to that. Save it for the ring. Save it for the ring.
You're good. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Just talk about like some main series games that you got that Nintendo's been planning. Like at least have something for it. If you've been talking about it, if it's been in development for so long, just say something about it. Don't just ignore it.
I
you know?
agree. Okay.
That's what I say.
Anything else you think was missing?
Not Pokemon, because we know Pokemon's gonna do their own thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's fair. I think like Javi and I talked about it in the live stream. Like
Yeah.
at this point, we just expect Pokemon to be separate altogether.
People in the YouTube comments were like, "But where's Pokemon? Where's my Diamond and Pearl remix?" I'm
Pokemon's
like,
not gonna show
they're
very
not
much,
gonna
yeah.
happen in a Nintendo Direct.
I mean, yes and no, because it's like we also have Smash Directs, and we have Smash in these Directs. So I could see Pokemon viably being there.
Yeah, but when was the last time that a Pokemon game was announced through a Nintendo Direct?
I mean, when was the last Nintendo Direct?
The last, the last
Yeah.
Nintendo Direct before the 17th was in 2019, my guy. But we haven't had a Pokemon game announced through an actual Nintendo Direct. It's always just been Pokemon themselves doing it. Because, they're huge.
Okay.
It's Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I feel like was missing. Dan hit it on the nail on the head with Bayonetta 3. Metroid Prime 4 news really was missing that.
Wow.
I mean, they had a redo. They restarted.
Yeah, but we haven't heard anything since the restart, and that restart was already a year or two ago.
That's true,
late 2018, early 2019. We've
Yeah,
had no news since.
That is true.
Other thing I feel like we were missing was I definitely agree. Either a new Mario Party or new Mario Kart was honestly something that should have been there.
Hey, can I add one more thing? I'm sorry, I just remembered.
Sure. Go ahead.
Don't worry, it's nothing lengthy or anything. But like new games to add to the Switch Online besides NES and SNES.
Yep, I agree.
Like even GBA would have been great.
That would have been really cool.
If they want to start selling like, sorry, yeah, no, you go ahead.
I'm trying to think of before I lose my thought on this on what the last one. I feel probably we also could have seen legitimately though. I know they said they're going to talk about this later, but they also have had enough time. Breath of the Wild 2 news. They keep pushing it off of like we're going to talk about this later, but they should have had something.
I mean, they told us that it's going smoothly at least, and that they will show us something this year.
But I feel like they should have at least said something more. Like, at least I would have, if they had just dedicated 2 minutes, I feel like that would have been enough.
If we saw like a render for Link for Breath of the Wild 2 or something.
Even that, or like even the render for one setting would have been better than just, we're going to talk about this later.
Well, see, here's the thing, though, is like I actually kind of am on the side of Nintendo, or like the team behind Zelda here, because we've seen what showing the renders, characters, stuff like that can really do to a fan base when it comes to expectations and hype. I am perfectly fine with them just saying the game's coming, as opposed to just showing a bunch of things that we don't even know if they'll still be in the game.
See, I agree with that. If it wasn't for the fact of they dropped a trailer for it, kept talking, and every single, even during the mini directs and stuff, they kept saying, we'll tell you guys more about this later. There's only so many times to me in my head you can say, we'll tell you this later before I am going to want results. And considering we had waited so long for this direct, now was the time to tell us at least something.
Gotcha.
Because, I mean, okay, so legitimately, like, Dan, how long was it since the very last direct? Because this was a full direct.
The last direct that we had was actually a very good direct because we had Pokemon in it, Animal Crossing, Smash, Luigi's Mansion.
How long has it been? How long?
The last direct that we had was September 4th, 2019.
And this is 2021 that we had it just earlier, like last week.
Yes, we just had the first full official, not direct mini, not partner showcase, not a specific game direct. This was the first one that we've had since 2019.
To me, Nintendo dropped the ball overall on this one.
Yeah, so yes. I guess that can lead into our sort of rating.
Let's get into these ratings. Dan, you're our guest here for today, so please go ahead. Give us your honest thought on what you think.
Go first.
Yeah.
That's so nice of you. This direct gets a C. There were some good games.
Scale of 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10. What would you give it? 1 being absolute shit. 10 being like this is pure gold.
I'll give it a 6.5.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'll give it a 6.5 because there was a lot of stuff that just really didn't have to be in there, and just games that didn't really seem to pop out or anything. But they had some good stuff. They had Zelda. Gonna go okay. A game is getting Skyward Sword is getting put on the Switch. I mean, that's cool for some people. Price, yeah. We got Mario Golf, great looking game. We got Smash. People love Smash. Everybody loves Smash. And we got a new Splatoon, a new main series Nintendo IP, a new sequel in an original Nintendo IP.
Yeah.
That's cool. People, it's just not one of Nintendo's most popular ones.
Yeah.
Like they seem kind of do a lot more Splatoon, even though Splatoon does not have a huge fan base.
Okay.
That's my
All
thought.
right.
6.5.
Javi, what would you give it?
Personally, I would give it a 6. Not because I think it's worse than what Dad said. I definitely agree. I loved, Smash, the Smash announcement. I loved. I actually really, unironically enjoyed Mario Golf. The Famicom Detective Club is something I'm actually going to enjoy probably.
Yeah.
World's End Club, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But personally, for me, it was a little underwhelming. I will say I do agree with Dan. With an earlier point, I really did feel like at times they're really just, they really advertised hard the fact that this was a 15-minute direct, but it really felt like they padded it out with things that really people were not excited for, or really didn't warrant space on a direct. So I do agree with him on that.
Can I just say that
for me it was a 6 out of 10.
The description for the direct was Super Smash news on Super Smash Brothers and content that's coming to Nintendo for the early half of 2021. Most of the games that we saw were either late 2021 or next year.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
So I don't know what they were doing with that.
They dropped the ball. Marketing wise, they seriously dropped the ball. Like
those descriptions don't mean those descriptions that they have don't mean shit.
Yeah.
I think for me, really I would round this out to a originally post stream I said 8 out of 10 because I think it was just more hype when I was talking about it.
Yeah.
But now I think thinking on it clearly, I would say 5.5 to 6. I agree with you guys. Like 5.5 to 6.
Look at me, I was the generous one.
Yeah, no, we have that post direct clarity now. We're good now.
Nintendo keeps I said this during the stream, and I'm gonna say this again. Nintendo keeps opening up too strong. They started great with Smash, but they can't keep that hype going.
I think that
literally had they flipped this entire direct, it would have been much better. Just that.
If they put Mario Golf at the end.
Not Mario, no, not even that. Like, had they literally put Splatoon 3 at the beginning,
Mario Golf in the end.
Not even, like, Splatoon 3 in the very beginning, and then Smash at the end. Because people are going to want to stick around for Smash. Leave Smash for the end. Leave it for the end, because that'll guarantee people watching. But, for me, it's like, they really, like you said, we waited so long. But we got a padded presentation. We started off strong with Smash. Then, I would say hype was dying down until maybe, I would say Fall Guys carried the hype maybe a little bit, not a lot. Famicom was interesting, but we didn't get that spike in hype until Monster Hunter. But that was only for the Monster Hunter fans. That's literally only for the Monster Hunter fans, not the Nintendo fan.
Yeah.
After that, Mario Golf was actually doing really good as well. I will give it, people were unironically excited. I'm unironically excited for it too.
Yeah.
After that, No More Heroes 3 for me personally is very exciting. I don't know about the Nintendo fan base as a whole, but it was still keeping a good energy. But then after that, we just went into this massive drought. Like after Neon White, it was like just blah after blah, and like that DC Superhero Girls was a very low point because it was clearly like just a paid for thing. Animal Crossing, I wouldn't even argue brought in a lot of hype, because Animal Crossing has kind of died off from what it really was.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And then personally though, I do agree. I do think Project Triangle Strategy is actually something to be hyped for because it's a new Nintendo IP. We got a new Nintendo IP. Like that's not something we get to say often. So I'm very excited to play the Project Triangle Strategy. I'm very interested in checking it out. And Nintendo doesn't do demos too often unless it's a very big title they're working on. Just overall.
Yeah. They were sort of Age of Calamity.
So yeah, I mean that's what's been their track record. So I'm very excited for that. But then after that, we just got nothing but garbage. To me, Knockout City was the very low point of the stream.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, no. I kind of agree with that.
And then after that, I would say World's End Club it's nice. It just couldn't like for everyone, it couldn't bring it all back. Same for Hades. At this point, people had pretty much lost interest, I would say. Then we had Ninja Gaiden that still didn't bring it back. And then even Age of Calamity was so brief, it couldn't bring the hype back. Basically
a PowerPoint slide for Age of Calamity.
Not even
still
kidding.
Image, bro.
So for me, at the very end, though, they tried to bring it back. It wasn't at the same level, but it did recover it a bit. And I said this during stream, too. Skyward Sword and then followed by a Splatoon 3 did at least bring some of the hype back. Because I'm going to disagree with Dan here on, I know a lot of people love Splatoon. People are still playing it. It's not as big, but people still love Splatoon. Hell, they even got, Smash characters, and they have a whole shit ton of Amiibos.
That's true.
So I'm going to say, this, but that was for specifically the Splatoon fans. And, there are some Splatoon
got,
fans...
5 Amiibos. 5 or 6.
But the fact is, they're repped in one of the biggest, crossover titles ever.
Yeah.
So, there is the demand for a Splatoon. And, there's some people who are saying Splatoon 2 was so bad
so
they'll
is
never go
ARMS,
back.
but also ARMS doesn't have... ARMS was DOA, basically.
ARMS was not on the level of Splatoon. It's not.
No,
Splatoon has had its following. So, to me, it's like Nintendo knew what they were doing with Splatoon. They have the fans. They know there will be fans that will come back. So it carried the energy, but once again, in my head, they should have completely flipped this. And had they flipped it, it would have been a much better direct. And like you guys said, there was a lot of padding in here that didn't deserve to be here. So that just shows some of the business side of this too. There will be people who pay to have their games in these directs.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my thoughts. Yeah, 5.5 to 6 at best. At best, only because I'm actually kind of excited for Skyward Sword.
All right.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at that. Look at our we got our opinions in.
Yeah. So
let the internet judge us.
Yeah, why not? By all means, everyone, if you guys want to tell us your thoughts, please leave your comments below. And
leave a comment about why we're fucking wrong.
Basically, here's the thing: you don't have to tell them to do that. They're gonna do that anyways. Yeah. So
by all means, I honestly look forward to reading the comments. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
But thank you, Dan, for being on today. Appreciate having you here.
I guess. Hopefully, my presence here would warrant me coming
I'm
back
here for
again.
Absolutely.
I'm here.
You're here for comment. For some what?
Some spiciness, dude, with those hot takes you gave us.
There were some hot takes. Yeah. I'll say that.
Per usual, Javi, you were always here. My co-star here, hanging out. Thank you so much. And so I guess we'll see you guys next time. When that'll be?
Have me again, and I'll make you guys talk for longer than you really want to, okay? Okay.
Okay, well... we'll be back. Who knows when? It's unscheduled. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. Have a great day, everyone. And we'll see y'all next time.
It's unscheduled. This is where in the movie you roll the credits,
Exactly.
Alright, bye, everyone.
Alright, bye-bye.